All right, so welcome back. You're still live on Bookworm. Read today, lead tomorrow. If you want to sponsor or support the program, call us on 0266 715 307 or 0246 916 298. Ladies and gentlemen, the competition is getting hotter and better. You still need to vote to keep your favorite contestant in the competition. It is *365 *366 hash, and then the code of the contestant BW1, BW2 up to 40. Vote as many as you can, or you can download the Speak Up mobile app. Go to polls, select Bookworm Kids Reading Show, tap on the picture of your contestant and vote as many as you can. Next, ladies and gentlemen, so on the upper primary is Nana Ja Akosa.
My name is Nanaya Pokiakosa, a contestant of the Bookworm Reading Competition. I would like you all to vote for me. Bookworm, read today, read tomorrow.
All right, so we have Nanaya Akosa here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, so turn to the shelf and pick one story. Look at the titles and then you pick. Okay. Judges, Nanaya Akosa is ready, so you can go ahead. No, you just feel free, put it there and read. You can start now.
Okay. The Power of Silence. Joe was an old man named 75 years. He lived very happily and formed a beautiful family. His children grew up and moved to different cities in pursuit of good career and future. He lived in a small village carrying the memories of his deceased wife. Joe had 4 grandchildren and they used to visit him during their holidays. And it was the vacation time and Joe was eagerly waiting for the arrival of his grandchildren. He was preparing his home for the kids, cleaning the home, mowing the garden, rearranging the household items, buying the favorite foods, dresses for the children, etc. In the busy arrangements, he lost his favorite watch, old watch. The watch was gifted by his dead wife when their first child was born.
All right, thank you so much, Nanaya Akosa. Madam Nancy.
Nanaya, how are you?
I'm doing great.
You are at it again.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That is a good one. See you next week.
Thank you.
Good.
All right, see you next week, Nanaya Akosa. To keep her in the competition, it is *365 *366 hash, and you follow to her code. It is BW11. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is Elvis Akosa.
My name is Elvis Nana Akosa, a contestant of the Bookworm Reading Competition. Please, I would like you to vote for me so that I can win this competition.
And we have Elvis here with us. How are you doing, Elvis?
I'm fine.
All right, so turn to the shelf and pick one story. Okay, judges, Elvis is ready for us. So you mentioned the title, and it begins now. Start reading.
The Brave Little Boy. The Brave Little Boy. This is a short story from India, originally written by the English author Norman Brooke. During her stay in India during the early 20th century, Kunal Ver saw a little brother lay in the hut, burning with fever and shooting pain in his stomach that was getting worse by the minute. Versailles was only 11 years, but was a happy and cheerful lad. He was a child of the jungle and his brothers was about 6 years younger to him. He had other brothers and sisters who unfortunately had died during the cholera and malaria. His mother brought some hot water, dipped some towels inside, and placed it on Kunal's stomach to reduce the pain. Versailles could see that she was in great pain and fear of losing another child, but she was trying hard not to show it. However, the towels were of no use. Versailles' mother said that he ought to be carried to the nearest hospital. Versailles' mother knew that Kunal was critical and needed medical attention at the earliest. The people in the village considered that the hospital was the last resort, and those
All right, thank you so much, Elvis. Mr. McCarthy.
Elvis, how are you?
fine.
You have really done well today. Your pronunciation and everything was on point. Keep it up. We hope to see you again very soon, okay?
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, see you next week, Elvis. To keep him in the competition, it is *365 *366 hash, and you follow to his code BW12. Vote as many as you can to keep him in the competition. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is Jeffrey Osafo Osei.
Hello Ghanaians, my name is Geoffrey Osafose and a contestant for Bookworm Reading Competition. Please vote for me to keep me in the competition. Bookworm, read today, lead tomorrow.
All right, so we have Jeffrey Osafo Osei here. How you doing?
I'm fine.
All right, so turn to the shelf and pick one story. Any of them? Okay. Judges, Jeffrey is ready. You can start now.
The Selfish Giant. Long ago, there was an exquisite garden which not only had lively trees, but also had a collection of flowers that gave out a wonderful fragrance. The birds that used to regularly visit the garden sang the most melodious songs. It was truly a lovely garden. There were some children who regularly played in this beautiful garden. It was their play arena, where they used to spend some lovely afternoons after school and the even more time during holidays. The bird that lived in the magnificent garden used to sing melodious tunes, which even made the kids stop their games and listen to them. However, there was a truth that no one knew, not until the day when a giant returned one day. The garden, in fact, belonged to the giant who had gone away for a long time. No one knew about him.
All right, thank you so much, Jeffrey. Mr. Enchi.
Jeffrey Osafo Osei, I would encourage you to read more at home, but you've done quite well. It's just this word at the beginning that you could not actually grasp it. The first line, the word is exquisite. Long ago, there was an exquisite garden. The word is exquisite. So, you've done well. We hope to see you next week. Okay?
All right, so to keep him in the competition, it is *365 *366 hash, and to his code BW13. Vote as many as you can to keep him in the competition. You're still live on Bookworm Reading Competition, the only reality show that seeks to propel the child to better education through reading. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is Rauda Ganiju.
Hello Ghanaians, my name is Shroda and a contestant for Bookworm Reading Competition. Please kindly vote for me to keep me in the competition. Bookworm, read today, lead tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, so we have Rauda here. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Right, so turn to the shelf and pick one story for us. Okay, judges, Rauda is ready for us. You can start reading now.
Nutritional benefits of fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables form a broad group of food which are eaten raw or cooked. Generally, people who eat a lot of this food enjoy a higher quality of life and reduce risk of diseases such as heart diseases and various types of cancer. Fruits and vegetables do not only taste good and look attractive, but are also a rich source of several nutrients and other chemicals called phytochemicals, plant chemicals. Example, anthocyanins and allicin, which play critical roles in the proper function of their body. Example of fruits found in fruits and vegetables are potassium fruit in banana, selenium found in onion and garlic, magnesium, folate, and B vitamins in legumes vitamin A in pawpaw, mangoes and carrots. Each of these nutrients mentioned above contributes to the development of good health. Potassium plays a...
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Nancy.
Rauda,
Thanks.
how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. That's a very good one. But you have to take your time, okay?
Okay.
When we are reading. Hope to see you next week. You've really done well, okay?
Thank you.
Good.
All right, so to keep in the competition, download the Speak Up mobile app on Google Play Store. Go to post, select Bookworm Reading for Kids competition, tap on her image and vote as many as you can. Or with all networks, you can dial *365*366# and you follow to her code. It is BW14. Next, ladies and gentlemen, it's Perpetua Jilan.
Hello Ghanaians, my name is Perpetua Ajilan and a contestant of the Bookworm Reading Competition. Please vote for me to keep me in the competition. Bookworm, read today, lead tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, so Perpetua is here with us. How are you doing, Perpetua?
Fine.
All right, so pick the last story for us and let's see. Judges, Perpetua is ready. This is Bookworm Reading Competition. Vote as many as you can. So come. You tell us the title and you start to read. You can go.
Road transport in Ghana. Road transport is by far the most popular form of transport in Ghana. First, it is widely available all over Ghana. Road transport involves traveling by bicycle, motorcycle, tricycle, car and buses. There are transport organizations that manage road transport in Ghana. The most popular one is Ghana Private Road Transport Union, Group 2. Passengers board buses at lorry stations. They pay their lorry fares by buying tickets at the lorry stations. There are bookmen who charge the luggage and load the buses. Group 2 operates both buses and minibuses. Minibuses carry between 11 and 28 passengers. Buses are bigger and some carry as many as 70 passengers. Drivers take their passengers to their destination, which are usually lorry stations in towns and villages. Passengers are advised to keep their tickets safely. They use them as evidence that they pay their lorry fares. Some drivers of buses and minibuses do not belong to any transport association.
All right, thank you so much, Perpetua. Mr. McCarthy.
Perpetua, how are you?
I'm fine.
You have done very well, but please next time when you are reading, kindly amplify your voice so that we can hear you better. And the abbreviation for Ghana Private Road Transport Union is GPRTU. Okay, so kindly take notes. Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
All right, so to keep her in the competition, it is *365*366# and you follow to her code BW15. We bringing you this live from the Media 7 studios. Remember, Media 7 says you can own your own TV station in less than 24 hours. It is just a call away. 0240 100 100. 0240 100 100. We are sponsored by Doxa Open University and Rantre Growth Inn. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is Gregory Gillan.
Hello Ghanaians, my name is Gregory Jelan and I am a contestant of the Bookworm Reading Competition. Please vote for me to keep me in this competition.
All right, so Gregory is here with us. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right, so turn to the shelf and pick one story for us. Judges, he is ready. So you mention the title and you read.
The Honest Taxi Driver. Joe Tete had always wanted to be a driver. As a young boy, he would make toy cars and pull them along. As he pulled his toy car, he would mimic the sound of the engine. When he came to a halt, he would mimic the screeching of the lorry tires. He also used rims of bicycles and rode them as lorries. He was always fond of cars. In school, he wrote that he would be a driver in future during English composition. When Joe completed JHS, he first worked as a petrol attendant at a filling station. There was a car washing bay near the filling station. The boys who washed the cars knew how to drive. Anytime Joe was free, he would join the boys washing the vehicles. The boys taught him to drive. He went for a driving test. He was successful and was issued with a driver's license. One day, a lady came to buy petrol at the filling station. He asked Joe if he knew any good driver to drive her taxi cab. Joe said he was a driver. The lady gave the taxi cab to Joe. The first operates from Nkrumah Circle to Adabaka in Accra. After some time, he joined a driver who operated from the Kotoka International Airport. They mostly took passengers who had arrived at the airport to various destinations in Accra. It was a very lucrative job. Most of the passengers were happy to be back home to Ghana.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Enchi.
Gregory, how are you?
I'm very fine.
I believe you will do well. You're reading nicely, but you're going too fast, okay? And sometimes you miss some of the words. You try and keep on reading and practicing at home, but take your time whilst you read. You have the confidence, and when you take your time, you go far.
Thank you.
All right, so to keep him in the competition, it is *365 *366 hash, and you follow to his code BW16. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is Bismarck AJ.
Hello Ghanaians, my name is Bismarck Ajay. I am in class 5. I am a contestant of Bookworm. Please vote for me.
All right, so Bismarck Ajay joins us. Bismarck, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing well.
All right, so turn to the shelf and pick one story for us. Okay, so judges, Bismarck is ready. Title, and you start reading.
Patience is the winner. Long ago, in a village called Tedum, lived a small girl and her grandmother. The girl was called Fafa, and her grandmother Ma Efua. Fafa was an orphan whose parents died in a tragic accident. Fafa's parents were killed by a rainstorm in their farm. She had no choice than to go and live with her grandmother, who was the only surviving relative.
Continue reading.
Fafa was about 8 years old when she lost her parents. Her grandmother was very old and could not go to farm. Therefore, people brought her food. Most of the time, she also received gifts from people whom she ran errand for.
All right, thank you so much, Bismarck. Madam Nancy.
Bismarck, how are you?
Please, I'm fine.
Yes, that is a cool one. You see, you've relaxed, and that is good. I hope you keep on reading. See you next week.
Okay.
Good.
All right, so to keep him in the competition, star 365, star 366 hash, and then you follow to his code BW17. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is our very own John Mensah.
Fellow Ghanaians, my name is John Tete Mensah, a contestant of Bookworm Ghana. Please vote for my reading so that you will not regret it. We have to make Ghana a technological country. Please vote for me. Thank you.
All right, so John Mensah joins us. How you doing, John?
Please, I'm doing good.
All right, so turn to the shelf and pick one story for us. Judges, John is ready. Title and start now.
Second thoughts. At high noon, at large spaceship floated gently down out of a blue sky to land on the front lawn of the White House. It rested motionless for the next 5 hours, whilst the White House hummed with activity. The president was evacuated, and then the military moved in with troops, tanks and helicopters. Stealth fighters rode overhead. Both Congress and the United Nations called emergency sessions as a frightened world held its breath. At exactly 5 p.m. Eastern Time, a small door opened in the side of the craft and a human-like creature stepped out. As he begins go, it wasn't that alarming. About 3 feet tall, it had a large head atop a small body with 2 spindly legs, and there were feather-like appendage growing from its head, as well as from what could be seen a tail.
All right, thank you so much, John Mensah. Mr. McCarthy.
John Mensah, how are you?
Yes, I'm pretty good.
We thank God. You have done very well. I like your pronunciation, except for 2 words. The first one is rod, and the second one is beans. Okay, but apart from that, you have done very well. See you next week.
Okay, see you next week, John Mensah. To keep him in the competition, to avoid eviction, vote for him by dialing star 365 star 366 hash, or download the Speak Up mobile app on Google Play Store. Select polls, go to Bookworm Kids Reading Competition, tap on his picture and vote as many as you can. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is Perpetua entry.
Hello Ghanaians, my name is Perpetua and I'm 10 years old. I school at Serene Great Princess Academy. Please vote for me. Please vote for me, and I assure you and promise you that I will do my best and win and bring the award home.
All right, so Perpetua joins us here. Perpetua, turn to the shelf and pick a story. Judges, Perpetua is ready for us. Start reading.
It was a day like the day before
and a day after, the wind wrapped itself around the sword cabin in Gaston Mons. As the Pioneer family within carried out their task pretending not to hear. They heard the wind, however. It had been their constant companion on the open plains since their journey from the Philadelphia 2 years before in the spring of 2015. Following the covered wagon train of 10, the wind had lifted the drab landscape into billows of dust falling on everyone, and until there seemed but one color and one sound. Now Raquel sat on the bed hand stitching a quilt while her mother hunched over a sewing machine across the room, walking her feet backwards and forward.
All right, thank you so much, Perpetua. Mr. Entry.
Hello, namesake. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, let me draw your attention to this word, the first two lines. The word is pioneer. Okay, so the wind wrapped itself around the sword cabin, and then the word is in Gaston Mons as the Pioneer family within carried out their task, pretending not to hear. Apart from that, I guess you did quite well, and I hope to see you next week. Keep it up and keep on reading.
All right, to keep her in the competition, to continue reading, dial star 365 star 366 hash and follow to her code BW19. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is Wendy Tobani.
Hello, lovely Ghanaians. My name is Wendy Elinam Tobani. I'm a contestant for Bookworm Ghana. Kindly vote for me. Bookworm, read today, lead tomorrow.
All right, so Wendy is here. How are you doing, Wendy?
Fine, thank you.
All right, so we'll turn to the shelf and pick the last story there. Judges, Wendy is ready to read to us. So you tell us the title and you start reading now.
The slave trade. A slave is someone who is owned by another person and works for him or her for no money. People become slaves in a variety of ways. Some poor people sell their children to rich and powerful people. Some deporters who cannot pay the money they owe to money lenders and send their children, nieces or nephews to go and serve as slaves. In the olden days, there were slaves serving in the chief's palaces. These were people who were captured in battles and wars. Some time ago, slave trade became a very lucrative business. It all happened when the Europeans discovered the New World. The New World was the North and South America and the islands in the Caribbean Sea. These Europeans needed strong and inert workers to work in their mines and their cotton and sugar plantains. The European chiefs who were sent as laborers.
All right, thank you so much, Wendy. Madam Nancy.
Wendy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You have improved this week as compared to last week. Keep it up, okay? But let me do some few corrections, okay? There's a word, line 3, some debtors, and also paragraph 2, line 3, islands.
Okay.
Then line 4, energetic. Then we have plantations and also laborers. Good. So keep reading, okay? Good.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, so to keep her in the competition, *365 *366 hash. To sponsor the program, please call 0266 715 307 or 0246 916 298. Many thanks to Doxa Open University and Rantre Grilled Inn. We take a break, and when we are back, remember, it's still Bookworm. Read today, lead tomorrow. We'll be back.